D's Ray. Glasses on, glasses off.
D's Ray. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Not much. Just had Mecca help me out with the sign-up sheet again, and everything should be set.
Cool.
Daniel Frazier. LOL.
I'm setting up my stream.
Oh, okay. He says that SCG is very looking forward to having a competitive fight with us again next Western Theater Talk.
Well, I'm not going to have shit until I talk to their leadership.
Competitive. I mean, you can't really help out competitive if they're on the other side.
Oh, well, we could, yeah, if they're going to be on the other side, that's fine, but we're not talking to them until fucking I talk to their leadership.
What's up? Looks like shit. I mean, you're... No, I don't think it looks like shit. However, I mean, you're in VR, man. It's not going to be like 1080p.
Bird is the word. Warm-up flight.
How's work been?
Say what?
How's work been? Shitty.
Work is always shitty. Okay. Fight.
Deli Bandit, close lock. Deli Bandit, close lock.
Hey man, have you talked to Kevin?
Which one's Kevin again?
Kevin the PBer? He had corona?
Passing waypoint 2 at 7,000.
You told me he had corona? Oh, Crazy Crops, that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. How's he doing?
Better.
Is he recovered? Do you know? Okay, cool. Right, yeah, no, I wasn't worried about, him coming back. I was just making sure he was okay.
Chevy 1, passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
I agree. I gotta fix this. I'll be back.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. YouTube a blooba. Dooba dooba dooba. Dooba dooba dooba. Dooba.
No.
What?
No.
What is that?
N-O. November.
Desiree.
October.
Lame. Desiree.
Oscar.
No.
No. Punk ass bitch.
Oh. Durfity.
Fuck, why you gotta do that to me, man?
What?
You'll be on Monday, Tuesday, and you weren't even on the fly with the boys.
Come down here and do my job. It's hard.
Okay.
Come on.
Give me an address.
Well, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm streaming. I don't want everybody to have my. I don't want everybody to have my address.
Desiree.
Well, you got
Oh.
my phone, you got my email, you got my Discord.
Lame.
Send me a
lame.
prop. Yeah, I know I'm lame. Thank you.
Calling me lame in my stream.
Oh.
Desiree.
Oh, what's the matter? You don't want people
What's
to
your address?
come visit you?
They're over here. Ouch. Ouch. Why is that shit out my cockpit? There we go. I'm not telling you.
It's okay, he'll tell me.
All right, let's do a code start here, shall we? Code start.
Desiree. I am forwarding my bills to you.
Okay. All right. No problemo.
D's Ray.
She's faster than
I love this robot voice.
You got very limited weapon system. The HN's got the lightning pod. The SU-25 can only see in front of it with its camera.
D's Ray.
Right.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Watch my stream, Durfity. The robot voice is fucking amazing.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Did Dab just enter here?
Yeah.
Hey, Dab. I got my stream up. Look at it. No.
What the fuck you mean I have a robot voice?
No. Somebody in my stream said they like the robot voice that comes with my stream. Because I have
What?
So anytime somebody messages me in my stream, I can hear it.
Oh. Well,
Request rearming.
I'm just report numbers to you, buddy.
Copy.
Stands 332nd is currently 13th.
Yeah, we're gonna meet tonight or tomorrow.
Hey, what are you doing?
About some don't ask me when I
Unable to comply.
we're gonna about way we can hold people accountable for showing up to combat box or participating.
But the good news is 332nd is first for ground attack.
Shut up, Burrow.
So, Dab, do you want me to stay in DCS or do you want me to go IL2?
I don't really care. I was going to show you some things in DCS. If you don't want to do it, we can jump over IL2.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't give a fuck either way, dude. Honestly.
Well, Durfity's in here. Let's fly with Durfity. We haven't flown with him in a while.
I just came in here to not be lonely.
Oh, okay. I wish you'd get the 51 in DCS.
And I wish you'd give me an auto sear for an AK, but you know, you can't always get what you want. Dab, do you have an auto sear for an AK?
Dab's a warrant officer now. He doesn't know what that means.
No.
Alright.
Do you have an AK or an SKS? Do you have an AK or an SKS?
AKM.
Set that. Set my artificial horizon. That's set. That's set. Temp's good.
What are you flying in DCS?
I just did. I'm doing a startup with the 51 real quick. I try to do a startup every day. Do a pattern and a landing. Course takeoff.
In field, 1-1. Request
The
takeoff.
good news is, buddy, 302nd is leading the 332nd in ground attack right now.
Luzani, you are cleared for takeoff.
And we are on top of the leaderboard for ground attacking. So
28.10.
332nd did win something this rotation.
Right.
Do you want to do any Viper shit, man, or no?
Yes, I do. Like I said, I was just wanting to do whatever you want to do, but Derpy popped in, but he said he's not flying, so we can do Viper shit.
Okay, do you remember all the stuff I showed you?
Yes.
No, be real, man, because we can't move on unless you fucking know it.
Most of it. I think we can do a quick tutorial where we do a takeoff, so on and so forth.
So then let's jump into a fucking training server then and do this.
Okay, you want? I'm just gonna jump right out.
Go to the Hoggett training server.
Alright, Hoggett training server. Going now. Do I have that saved? Remember when I couldn't run Hoggett? That was crazy, wasn't it?
You can't run Hoggett?
No, I said, you remember when I couldn't?
Oh, yes.
Now I get in there and it's good because I just got more RAM. Hey, I saved oh shit. And I gotta get out of DCS. Be right back. Because my fucking SRS. Hold on.
Oh, that's right. They did a cool update for the
A cool update, you say?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's whenever you set up your SRS buttons and shit, and you set in your radio frequencies,
Yeah.
it'll tell you when you key into it, or say we're on the same channel. When it keys in, it will tell me your call sign of who you are keying in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you on SRS now?
I have to close down DCS so I can update it.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't updated it yet?
No, this is the first time I've been on it today. They just dropped the update like a couple hours.
Well, then fuck. I'm glad you said something because now I got to update. God damn. I just updated it yesterday too. That's what's fucking. So are we still playing the beta, or did they update the other one? Oh, it says
They updated so everything that's out on the beta version right now is out on the stable version. So they just brought the stable version up to speed.
So should we play the stable version, or should we stay on the beta?
Beta. Kidding me? Because everything new that comes out for every plane, the maps, everything, the 47 when it comes out, everything that comes out always comes out on the beta first. That's where everyone tests everything and they tell them, hey, this is the problems we found, this is what needs to be fixed, this, that, and the other thing. And then the development team goes back and fixes it, and then they put it back into the beta version. Once everything's good, then they switch it over to the stable version.
Right. I'm in the floor.
Alright, so my shit's updated. I'm gonna start DCS now.
Starting DCS as well.
Yo, I was in IL2 earlier. It was me, the prospect, KW, and Zerdy, right? And we're flying together, and there's a bunch of shit going on, contacts all over the place, but it turns out to be a lot of friendlies. And then off in the distance, I see a 4-ship flying in formation, and I'm like, surely that's gotta probably be fucking, friendly, because when do you ever see like 4 109s or whatever flying in formation and shit out someplace?
Right.
And so like we've got a course for intercept. Like we're gonna intercept them, but I'm not really thinking anything about it. I'm like looking out, really paying attention to other things a little closer to me. I eventually look back, and we have gotten so close that, and they must not have been paying attention, but they flew right underneath us going left to right. We flew over them, like they went east to west. We were going north to south. And we flew over them probably like 200 or so fucking feet. You know what I mean? 300 feet. And I look over and I'm like, holy fuck, those are 109s. So me, Zerdy, and KW break hard into him. Zerdy's up front. He's first to line up behind the last guy. And he's like, I'm about to open fire. I'm like, hold on, wait, stay where you're at. Don't do anything yet. Me and KW close the distance on the other two, and all three of us are lined up behind 109, and I'm like, all right, open up, and we all just opened up at the same time and fucking waxed 3 of them right there.
Yeah, I was kind of upset yesterday when we were flying. Me and you need to go fly by ourselves. You're not.
Well, you were flying with somebody else. Who were you with?
I know, but I need to get to the rhythm. I know I dove down, eventually died, didn't stay on the tail, tried to come out, and then I got popped one time by a fucking 109 my aircraft stopped. So it's a combination of...
That's the thing, man. I'm getting sick of the fucking one shot, in the tail or wherever.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A Mustang can't take a fucking hit worth of anything. Now, one fucking hit on that airframe and it's done.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane, man. It pisses me off. It's like, dude, like you can't, like you can get it. Not only is it easy as fuck to kill the Mustang, the time to kill anything in the Mustang is like you need some time. You know what I mean? You can't just. It's like a 109, a 190. They just dive in, quick burst, fly away, and you're fucking done.
You know
A
what's so
Mustang's
crazy
got to
too?
dive in, saddle up, and he's
Yep.
got to stay behind there for fucking 10 minutes shooting at this fucking dude. And you're lighting him all up, and he's leaking fucking everything, but yet he's still fucking flyable, still
Yeah.
maneuvering.
Oh, I know.
It pisses me off, dude. Like,
You
I had
want
to step away a bit, man. That's why I started flying the fucking Tempest. I'm like, I can't, dude.
that Tempest is a monster, but I'm not giving up on the 51. I mean, I'm not saying you are, but I definitely get your frustration. Dude, I'm in Hoggett training, and oh, okay, those are all World War II planes.
Look for me, and then just get the spot underneath me. It's the last spot. Uzi 19.
I'm looking for you.
It's at Kutaisi Airport.
Oh, fuck. Oh, motherfucker.
About halfway down.
Yeah, I think I might be,
Oh, you're in here. I see you. 332
yeah, I'm
FG.
frozen,
Oh, really?
though. What do I do when I'm froze?
I don't know.
Oh, there
Are
it
you
goes.
sure you're frozen?
I'm in. I just froze for a minute. Let me, look around, get all the graphics loaded.
Did you pick a fucking an aircraft?
I'm looking for you, Shifty.
Oh, you said you were in getting graphics loaded. I figured.
I'm in here, Shifty. Alright, let's go through a startup process, and please don't tell me you use that fucking button.
Yes, I do use the button because I haven't fucking studied the manual startup yet in this. I'm learning everything else before I do stuff. So just do the fucking automatic start and let's just
What's
get
the auto
going.
start button?
You gotta hit Windows and home button at the same time and it'll go through it.
Windows and home button?
Yeah, look at the control button on the left side of your keyboard. You see that little Windows button right there next to
Yeah,
it?
it's
Hit
auto-
that and home at the same time.
It's auto starting now.
Do not put any weapons on your aircraft yet.
Where are you?
I'm in the hangar.
Why am I outside the hangar?
I don't know, because it's just different starting position. No big deal. I see you. I'm the hangar right to your right.
Hey, I can look outside of here. Dude, I need to get those hand controllers. I'm gonna get the DC's hand controllers.
Yeah, what is that, like a the VR thing?
Oh god!
Oh god. Your throttle was forward? Where the hell did you go? Yeah, your throttle was forward, you dumbass.
No, it was not.
Then how'd you move forward?
I don't fucking know, dude. There we go. Okay, something's fucking up.
What's fucking up?
Stand by. My thrust is on two things. Wireless fucking controller.
Okay, we'll check your keybinds then. Let me know when you are ready. And okay, just let me know when you're ready, and I will give you the loadout that you're gonna need.
Yeah, I'm ready. Radio check. Yeah, I'm ready. Dab, can you hear me? Turkey, can you hear me?
You done, homie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I walked away, sorry. Waiting for you.
Yeah.
Got tired. Had to go do something. Alright, is your link 16 set up?
What does that
Or your
mean?
data link?
No.
D's Ray.
Alright, your
Fly for
right
the
MFD.
Germana.
Okay? Right corner, your right MFD. It says XMT off. You see that?
Corner of your MFT. Yeah, I see it.
Alright, click that OBS, that button next to it, and make it say L16.
It's L16.
You just gotta click it one time. Yeah.
It's L16.
Okay. Every time you start this motherfucker up, okay, you want that to sit L16 because that works with your RWR, and that's what jams shit. So you can't, or it's harder for people to lock you up.
I don't even know what my countermeasure button is.
Okay, chill. I'm gonna get there. On the right hand side, you have your INS is aligned, right?
It's ready, but it's not aligned. I'm at 4.9.
Okay, look on your right hand side. Look on your right, like by your right elbow. Okay, you see it says avionics power. That fucking like switch box there.
I'm looking.
It's in big fucking bold letters right in front of you. It's the box that has the 6 switches up top with the 2 switches beneath it in the center, next to 2 turn knobs.
Said by my right elbow. Right? Oh yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You see the little turn knob that says INS above it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Switch that knob from normal to nav.
Right now, even though it's not done,
It is done. It says ready, right?
it says ready, but it's still doing the count up. I'm at 5.9.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you know what it's supposed to get get a full alignment, but as long as it's ready, you can get a quick alignment that way.
Okay.
All that means is, over time, your alignment will degrade, but you'll never be in the air long enough for that to be a fucking factor, so it don't matter.
Okay.
I mean, unless you were doing like a 2 or 3 hour fucking mission, then it might matter. Alright. So, you have your jammer. It says XL16, so it's jamming right now. You have your RWR on?
Negative. RWR is not on standby.
Okay, look by your left knee.
RWR.
Okay.
RWR is on. I know I turned it on.
It is on?
I just turned it on, yeah.
Alright, you see that box to the right of it? With all those switches and shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's your countermeasures fucking box, okay? You see on the right side of it, it says CMDS?
Mm-hmm.
That stands for countermeasures, okay? So, in order to turn it on, what you want to do, alright, is the bottom right knob, okay, it's on off. You want to switch that to manual. So, go from off to standby to man. Alright, now the 2 right switches above it, okay, where it says CH and FL, CH is your chaff, FL is your flares.
Yeah.
Switch those 2 on.
I did. 60-60.
Okay, so your countermeasures are set. Now, in order to dispense them, what you'll need to do is bind countermeasures management switch button.
That's usually on your stick, right?
Yes, you're using the Warthog, right? It's that thumb button, that gray thumb button that your thumb rests on.
Okay, countermeasures, management switch.
Yeah,
Forward,
you wanna
aft, left, right. Okay.
you want forward and aft. That's all you need right now.
I might as well set all of them though.
No, don't.
Okay.
one night we're gonna have to go over your controls so you can get your controls like mine.
Forward and aft set.
What did you look at to set the? Who told you, or how did you find out where you needed to set your control?
Not the one guy. The other. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. The dude that does all the GCS training.
Cat?
Wagner.
Matt Wagner? Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't worry about that. I went his way too, and I did Cap's way, and just trust me, the way I have is a lot better. What throttle you use?
My purple.
Your purple, okay. Oh, all right. All right. So you have your countermeasures forward and
Yeah.
all right. So when you get in the air, obviously your master switch I think has to be on in order to fire them. You can try it out when we get up,
All right.
but you just hit forward and
load,
it should dispense.
I didn't load any ammo. What do I load? What do you want?
All right. Hold on. Don't cut. Stay with me a minute.
Sorry.
Okay. Like I said, if you want to dispense your chaff or your programs, you just hit forward on that switch, and it's going to shoot 10 chaff and 10 flares, and you're going to watch that number to decrease from 60 to 50. Okay, so you can set programs to limit the amount, but we'll save that for another fucking day. Okay.
Okay.
All right, now for a loadout, go to ground crew. On station station 3, 4, 6, and 7.
Wait. Okay. Station 3, 4, 6, and 7. Go.
All right, you want bombs, so go to bombs.
Okay.
Now, all the way down at the bottom, it says TER 9A 3X or 3 times Mark 82, 3 times MK 82. You see that?
Do I not want the snake eyes?
No, you don't want the snake eyes. It's a different type of. It's the same bomb, but the delivery is a little different.
I'm just kidding. Alright, I am good with that. What else?
Alright, so you got that on 3, 4, 6, and 7?
Yup.
Alright, on stations 2 and 8, go ahead and take Sidewinders, 9Xs.
Okay, done.
On stations 1 and 9, go ahead and take 120 Charlies.
Done.
Alright, you see your board number, go ahead and switch that, highlight it, delete it, change it to 301.
Hey, hold on just a second. Never mind. Okay, so board number. Say that one more time.
301. Make it 301.
Where's that at?
Open up your fucking rearm page.
Okay.
And it's right there underneath. It says select loadout where it gives you your maximum weight, all that shit.
Yeah.
Right above where you can pick your skin. It says board number.
Oh.
Highlight it. 301.
Why am I 301?
Because I'm 300.
Okay, do I press OK? Fuel 96%?
No, just leave it. Hold up. Hold up. Now on your select livery, alright, your skin.
Yeah.
Click on that. And go 1, 2, the third one down. So it's Bulldogs.
Okay, Bulldogs.
Alright, now hit OK.
Okay.
Request refueling.
And then let me know when
Request
you're done.
rearming. Copy. Refueling complete.
Fueling complete.
Rearming complete.
Rearming complete.
Okay, do you remember where your autopilot switch is?
Yeah.
Okay. When we get up to altitude, just make sure you click up on that switch, so you can set the autopilot, and that way you can look down in your cockpit without having to fucking, you know, dive away or climb or do crazy shit. All right.
Okay.
All right. Follow me. Come on.
I don't have any lights on.
You have no lights on?
I don't think I do.
Well, I turned mine off.
I don't like the little arrows under the planes.
Why?
I don't want to be told where people. Oh God, look at that takeoff! Holy shit! That dude was in burner.
Well, this is a training server, man, so it's not supposed to be tactical, right? It's to help you figure things out.
I love the F-16. I love everything.
Yeah, well, if you spent more fucking time, I could teach you a lot more. I've been taking this thing out fucking nightly, like in real servers, PvP and PvE servers.
We're gonna go tonight.
We went after like a deep airfield strike to bomb the airfield last night. Me, Mayday, KP, all that shit. Had to do air-to-air refueling to get there. It was ridiculous, dude. Big fight on the way in.
I still like the World War II. I like the World War II. I think I'm good with World War II stuff. I gotta get this in the F-86. This is my next two projects. I was gonna say the F-14, but very rarely are you gonna find somebody that's gonna be your Rio. And I thought I wouldn't mind being a Rio, but
You know, the F-14 is fucking nasty PvP. It's not even fucking funny. It's so damn deadly. You see an F-14 pop up on your RWR and like on the other side, like you just run away. Just don't even. Because they're gonna shoot you down from like fucking 60 miles away. That thing is OP as fuck.
I would say it's OP. I mean, it was nasty in real life, wasn't it?
Yeah.
F-16's nasty. I want to see that F-15 full fidelity model come out.
The Strike Eagle, that's a two-seater.
Oh no!
Oh no, what?
Oh, a single seat F-15.
There is.
It's not full
They already
fidelity.
got it. No, it's not. But the full fidelity one is going to be a Strike Eagle, man. It's a two-seater. Anyway, you in Cat 1 or Cat 2? Correction, Cat 3 or Cat 1?
Cat 1.
Alright, Cat 1 is, you can be in Cat 1 if you want, but it makes your plane really maneuverable and unstable. You can still fly it. I fly it in Cat 1 sometimes, but Cat 3 just gives you a little bit more.
Okay. I'm gonna request
A little more control, a little less fucking maneuverability.
Kudasi,
Yeah,
Uzi,
request
9-2,
takeoff is
request
okay.
takeoff.
Did you do it?
Yeah. Waiting.
Is your comm radio set up?
Well, oh, there we go. Oh, yep, there it is. Radio check. You say something.
Okay.
Was that you?
Yeah.
What'd you say, ag?
I said, yeah, I got you.
Oh. Alright, what's wrong?
Alright, here we go. Power up slowly, don't go fucking full burner just yet. Make sure you get rudder authority. Alright, now I'm going full burner. Alright, I'm at a burner now, and I'm going, I'm at a burner, and I'm at 100% RPM right now.
Why is my shit not going down?
Why is what not going down?
Landing gear.
Going down or going up? I'm turning left. Where you at?
Right behind you. 311 knots and climbing.
I'm coming up through 10,000 feet.
Same.
How many degrees are you climbing?
Where's that say that at?
Look at your HUD, man. Your pitch ladder. Is your velocity vector on the 5, the 10, the 15, in between one of them? Where's that? So 5 degrees nose up.
Stop getting so mad with me, Dab. I'm trying.
Buddy, you should know some of this shit already. Like, the fact that you don't even know the symbology on your HUD is concerning.
I don't like the way you just said that. I feel
Well, it's true, man. Come on, dude. You how many jets you got right now? You own?
a lot.
Yeah. How long you been in DCS now?
Actually, I got the F-15, F-14, F-16, and F-86. Those are the only jets.
Okay. Well, you have the 15, the 14, and the 16.
But I barely fly them. I just have them like they're models. Learning now. F-86 is like a World War II plane with a jet engine.
He said, but Sarge.
Coming up through 16,000 now. I still don't see you anywhere.
Airspeed?
Airspeed is 375.
Same as me. I'm not gonna catch you.
Mach. Alright, well, I'll power down to 90% RPM and I'll level out until you catch up.
I'm Mach 0.77, 368. Hey, how do you know what's 100% RPM or not?
Look on your right side, to the right of your right MFD. That's all your engine settings right there. The top one, the very small one, that's your oil pressure. The next one down is your nozzle position. The percentage of it is open. If you're at 100%, you're in full burner, okay? The next one down underneath that is your RPM setting, okay? And then the next one is that, and down beneath that is your fuel, I think is your fuel flow indicator.
Yeah.
And then obviously below that is your fuel in pounds. You see it? So I'm
Yeah.
right now I got 5,800 pounds of fuel total on board.
So your RPM percent is what? 90%?
Mine is at 90 right now, yeah. And I slowed down to 327 miles an hour, and I'm still falling.
I was at 90.
Well, 325 knots now.
I was at 97, so I put down to 95. There we go.
Catching up.
Yeah. 366. But once I get closer, go ahead and what's your airspeed?
317. I'm leveling out at 18,840 feet, okay? So level out somewhere around there, hit your autopilot, and then
Alright,
just catch up to me.
Go back to your 100% throttle setting or whatever. Is it 97?
Why?
Because I'm almost up to you. I'm higher
Well, I
and
don't want.
faster.
How much higher than me are you?
Not much. I'm at 19.4. Dead 6.
Okay, I see. I lost you now.
Dead 6. 382 knots. Mach 8.3. What is that, like 600 miles an hour?
Hold on, Daniel. Dude, have you caught up yet? Come on. What's your RPM setting?
I'm going burner real quick.
Oh, you're gonna overshoot me if you go in too long in burner.
I'm out.
I'm at 391 knots, 0.85 Mach.
I'm at 414. 0.89.
You have your speed brake set, right?
No.
You don't have a button set for your speed brake?
No.
Oh my god.
What's the button called?
Speed brake. It's hold up. Yeah, it's speed brake. It's SPD space
I have it.
BRK.
I have
That's
it.
You need the monetary one and the retract one.
I have it.
You do have it set?
Yeah, monetary aft extend, forward retract.
Yes. So if you start overtaking me or you think you're going to,
Press
pop
aft,
the speed brake out.
aft or forward.
Yeah, whatever kicks it out for you. I have mine set in reverse. Like the button on mine, I push it forward, my brake comes out. But I think I bound mine backwards because that's the way I like it. Gotta hurry up, dude. We're burning a lot of fucking fuel. We're not gonna have time to do anything. We're running out of fuel at this speeds and power.
I don't know why I'm having such a hard time catching up. Airspeed.
393 indicated. Mach 0.5. Are you locking me up right now?
I did. Alright, I'm here.
Alright, you got your autopilot set?
Just about. Let me line up with you. And set.
Alright, I'm gonna count backwards from 3 down to 1. When I hit 1, I want you to power back to 90%. You understand? So we can save some fucking fuel.
Okay.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, good, power. Alright, so I'm at, my fuel flow right now is 5,100 pounds an hour. Is that what you're reading? 5,000 pounds an hour.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't want you to get mad at me. Let me find it. Hold on.
It's underneath your DED. Right underneath your DED. Right above your right MFD.
47.
4,700 pounds an hour. Okay, fine.
How the fuck am I crossing?
It doesn't matter. Just have your altitude set, autopilot set, and then just make small corrections left and right with your stick. That's all you gotta do. Okay, man. So we're gonna go over the bombing shit I showed you the other day, okay?
Okay. I'm ready. You can, I'm just, don't, tell me what to, I know what to do. I think. I mean,
Alright. What are you doing?
I'm getting back on your right side. I'm ready.
Okay. Do you know what to do or not?
Okay, so, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna arm.
Okay, master arm, yep.
Jesus fuck. How the fuck am I going so much faster than you? I'm at 90.
Are you at
I'm at
90?
I had to go below 90, or I'm at 90, 80, 86 now.
Alright, it doesn't matter. Just fly your course. It's all good. Don't crash into me. You're drifting into me. Oh, we're fucked.
Alright, I'm good. Here we go. Okay, fly my course.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Just stay somewhere in the vicinity of me so I can find you. Alright, so you got master arm on.
Auto
What's
arm,
next?
AG. Hit the AG
Air to
button.
ground. Yep.
Okay.
Now what?
So I'm at the 12. I have 12 M82s.
That's right. Those are the bombs you're carrying.
They're ready. NSTL, that's nose tail or tail. You always say just do nose.
Exactly.
So I did nose. Prof 1.
That's profile 1. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. SGL is
SGL is single.
single. Then,
And then if you click that button, you can do pairs, right?
yeah.
Alright, so we want single though.
Okay. 10 feet. That's where we can auto adjust it.
Yeah, so if you were dropping, if you're gonna drop singles, okay, 1 bomb, but you want to do a ripple of 2, right? Ripple means you want 2 bombs to come off your jet, but you want those bombs to come off your jet at different times.
Right.
Okay, so single is 1 bomb. With a ripple of 1 means I press the pickle button, only 1 bomb is going out. So if we want to drop only 1 bomb and 1 bomb only, the 10 feet, the distance between does not matter because we're only putting 1 bomb down anyway, and wherever it lands is where it's going to land, right?
Yep.
Now, if we wanted to do a pair of bombs, okay, ripple 1, but we want those bombs to separate by 100 feet, then we're going to go pair, 100 feet separation, ripple 1. That means I'm going to press that button 1 time, okay, and 2 bombs are coming off my jet simultaneously, right at the same time. Okay? Now, if I wanted to, I can hit single, 100 feet separation, ripple 2, okay? That means I press the bomb release button 1 time, and then the first bomb drops, and then 100 milliseconds later, the second bomb drops to give me that 100-foot dispersion. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, at the top, you see it says CCIP?
Yep. I remember.
Alright.
Click on that.
CCIP is, no, we want it to say CCIP.
Yeah,
If you-
that means computer. It's, oh, he's popping flares.
Yeah, that's me. I pressed it by accident.
Okay.
CCIP, we want CCIP.
That's computer.
If we press it, computer calculated impact point.
Yep.
If we click on CCIP, we get a list on the side,
And that's
right?
manual.
and there's CCRP, and there's a bunch of other shit. We don't want to worry about that today. We only want to worry about CCIP.
Okay.
Alright, so CCIP we're going to go with, okay?
Okay.
Now, with CCIP, you look at your HUD. You see the symbology in your HUD?
Yep. Got it.
Alright. You see your velocity vector, right? Which is that little small circle
Yep.
directly in front of you, telling you where your aircraft is. Then there's a long line coming down from that, right?
Yep.
And then there's a circle at the bottom of that line, right?
Yep. Hey, so technically we don't have to dive bomb. We can line it up with a target that's in front of us, and it'll drive the bomb in, won't it?
Yes, it will. That is what we call... No, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good, yeah. If we don't have to dive in, yes, but it's less accurate. So if there was a target out there, yeah, I could put that small circle on the target, right?
Yeah.
And then I hit the pickle button, and because I'm not diving, it's going to go from CCIP. It's going to automatically put you in CCRP. All right.
Right.
But I don't want to. I'm not. Before I explain this anymore, I need you to understand what CCIP is first, okay? All right. So in CCIP, we talked about your velocity vector. The bomb fall line that's what we're talking. That's what you're looking at. That long line that goes straight down.
Yep.
That's called the bomb fall line. Okay.
Okay.
You see that vertical line that intersects the bomb fall line about three quarters of the way.
Yeah.
All right, that's your release cue, okay? When you dive down on something, you put that bottom circle on the target. When you're diving down, that line, 3/4 of the way up, is going to start to fall down the bomb fall line, all the way down to the bottom circle. Once that line hits the bottom circle, you're within range, and you're within, the right parameters to drop your bomb. So you'll press your bomb release button at that point in time, and your bombs will fall and nail the target wherever you were aiming at.
Hold on. Does the target go to the bottom circle or the top circle at the top line? The line almost at the top.
Oh, you put the target on the bottom circle,
Okay, got it.
and then you have to fly. You have to fly your jet. You have to dive and fly your jet to keep that bottom circle on the target.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and then that line that's 3/4 of the way up will start to fall down, and when it gets down to the bottom circle, it will disappear, and then you're within range to release your bombs and hit the target.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Alright, so do you want to pick a target out here someplace and fucking do that? Like something straight out in front of you. And just give it a shot. Like, fuck with the settings. Go single, 10, ripple 1. And just do that. Try that. See if you can hit the target you're aiming at.
I don't see any targets out here.
Just pick something, man. Just pick fucking anything. Pick a small patch of land.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
You see this small patch of land on my right? It's by itself. Looks like a booger. I'm gonna hook around and attack that.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Getting past it now. And
Hey, you want to, when you dive, you want to be at like a 35-degree dive. You don't want to be too fucking steep, okay?
right.
It's kind of like a glide bomb, right? You're not diving like you're in a World War II jet where it's got to be steep as fuck. You see that? You see that line starting to fall a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. Now just keep the bottom circle on whatever it is you're aiming for, and fly your jet to keep that bottom circle there. And the bomb fall line, or that release cue, will fall all the way down to the bottom.
Here we go. Right in that opening.
Did you drop it yet?
No.
Okay.
2 bombs right in the middle. Breaking off.
How low did you get?
9,000, 10,000. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's where I was aiming. Yeah.
All right, good. So you got about 9,000 or 10,000 feet.
That's where I was aiming.
Yeah, buddy. How low did you fucking get?
Anywhere between 8 to 10,000 feet.
All right, cool. So you didn't get all the way to the deck, right?
No.
All right, good. All right, are you coming back my way, or did you just fly off?
No, I see you still. I just made a right. Now I'm turning back towards you.
Okay, do me a favor. On your right MFD, okay, put it back to the HSD.
Okay.
You see that blue circle there that has a number 1 in it?
Yeah.
That's me. That's my plane.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is fly your plane to my plane. Make sense?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
actually really cool.
That only works when we are on the same data link together, though.
That's cool.
It gives you the little tick mark coming out of the circle.
Yep.
That's the direction I'm heading. So we're fucking going head to head right now.
Yep.
I don't know where the fuck you're at though. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're gonna continue on with the class. Okay, you ready?
Right. Almost
We
done.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter because we always know where each other is. We can just link up with each other as long as we don't get too far away.
Okay.
All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to go back to your SMS page. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to set up single. I want you to set up ripple 2. And then I want you to make the distance 300 feet. You're locking me up again, asshole.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out because I have this thing on my thing. I have this thing on my thumb switch where it'll switch it. It's not doing it. All right, I'm back on SMS. Now what you said?
Yeah, SMS. Okay. Now I want you to set up a single drop for 350 feet, ripple 2.
Single drop, 051. 350 feet, ripple 2. And I have
Ripple 2.
nose.
Okay, good. Now I want you to pick another target. I want you to dive down, and I want you to fucking release your bombs again. Only this time, you're releasing two bombs on one press. Okay.
Okay.
So, but the dispersion is going to be different. Okay. So, it's going to be like 2 or 3 milliseconds. They're not coming off the jet at the same time. The first one's going to go as soon as you press it. 2 to 3 milliseconds later, the second one's going to go. Okay. So you have to press and hold the ripple or the release button. You'll know that every time a bomb falls, your HUD's gonna flash. It's gonna flash. That means one bomb has gone. When it flashes the second time, the second bomb left. You can pull up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Try that.
You see me, right? There's a target over here. It's right by a lake. There's a city. I'm gonna hit that building.
Do what you got to do.
You see me?
I'm looking for you, but I might be a bit far from you.
No, you.
I see the city that you're talking about. Oh, I see you.
Yeah, there's a building right
I
there
see
by
you
the
diving.
lake. That's what I'm going for.
Okay. Did you drop both of them?
I think so. Oh.
Did you see the light?
Yeah, I dropped.
Did you see the light flash?
I did. I dropped 2 sets.
Yeah, I saw it.
Really close.
You
though.
dropped. Yeah, no, but there's a dispersion between them. It was whatever, 300 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 300 feet dispersion between the two, so it was fine.
Right incline.
You want shit like that for like if you were attacking a convoy on the road, or you were attacking an airfield or something like that, and you wanted to get dispersion and cause maximum damage. You don't want 4 bombs to fall on one location. You want to spread them out, right?
Right.
Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a pair. Okay, so you're not gonna drop single. You're gonna drop pair. You're gonna keep it at 300 feet or whatever you set it to, and you're gonna go ripple 1. Okay, so that means you're gonna drop 2 bombs, right, at one single point. If you put pair at ripple 2, that means you're dropping 4 bombs. That means you're gonna press and hold the button once, and 2 bombs are falling off, and then 2 or 3 milliseconds later, 2 more bombs are falling off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so you got to be very careful with that because you might expend all your munitions. So if you're gonna drop a pair, then you want ripple 1. That means I only want 2 bombs to come off. All right. But I want there to be 300-foot dispersion between the 2.
Right.
Okay? Alright, so set it up for pair.
Set up.
Ripple 1 at 300.
It's already, 300? Not 350?
Yeah, 350, 300, whatever it is you got set. It don't matter.
Okay. Turn back to
Alright, now pick a target and fucking do it again.
Same target.
How many M82s do you have left? Look at your SMS page and tell me how many you have.
6.
You have 6 left.
There's
Okay.
a house down here, just in the middle of nothing. Right off
Yeah, I
the
know.
highway. That's cool. That's cool. I can see that. Anyway, back for my target.
I'm looking for you. I don't see you yet. What the hell did you do? Did you over-G your plane? Yeah, you pulled up too hard, man.
I didn't pull up anything, dude. I was literally pointing down.
You didn't touch your stick?
No, I even dropped my load. I dropped my load, and I didn't.
Well, I don't know how you died. It's not saying anybody shot you down, and no SAMs or anything hit you.
And he can't overachieve in F-16 anyways. Was he releasing weapons as he was increasing his attitude downwards? Because buddy, I don't know if you noticed it the other day, but you did run into one of your weapons because you were releasing them the other day.
Oh, did you do that, buddy? Did you fucking fly into a bomb? Did you release the bomb and then dive harder? Like, did you fly into your falling bomb? You did?
Yeah, gotta be very careful about that. You did that the other day. I never did tell you about that because I never run across you again. You were lucky it didn't go off. But, yes, that is possible.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna despawn and I'll respawn and we'll go back up again, okay? How come my ejection, like the handle doesn't work? It's not clickable?
What's up?
The ejection handle is not clickable?
The actual ejection or arming handle?
The actual ejection.
No, I don't think it's clickable.
Say again?
I don't believe it's clickable. If you want to eject, I mean, well, ejection really doesn't matter in this fucking game. It does in some stuff, but not what we're doing. I mean, if we were fucking playing Blue Flag, yeah, sure. Get your ejection shit fucking settled, but most missions we're playing, it doesn't care if we eject or not, you know?
Is my parachute... Oh, there it goes. I thought I had to release it manually.
Oh no, that entire system is automatic. Like, even if you ejected at like 60,000 feet for whatever reason, you will stay in your seat all the way down to like 15, 16,000 feet until then it runs the entire rest of the process, you know?
Okay. Alright.
Which I is like probably
Yeah.
What?
I would imagine in real life that would be the most nerve-wracking thing. Can you imagine if you're an F-16 ejecting at 60,000 feet and now you're just staying in your seat falling towards the deck?
Well, I would want to fall, man. You know how cold it is at 65? Be like, hurry up and get me down, man.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's like,
Fucking parachute better not open. I'm not trying to be up here all day.
I know. But it's just like you have no control, and that takes time, you know? It's not like it's over in 10 seconds. You're probably in that seat for a minute, or more.
Oh, way longer than a minute. I went skydiving, and I skydived at 14,500 feet. And for that free fall was about 45 or 50 seconds, or maybe even a little longer than that.
Yeah, so you can at least a couple minutes. But, yeah, I mean, you go do that. I have one guy who ejected during like a storm. Updrafts kept on pulling his chute upwards, and he stayed airborne for like a while. Let me go read that story again. It was 1959. He ejected out of a. What did he punch out of? He was flying a Crusader, so like a Corsair,
Yeah.
So yeah, 1959, he was a Marine pilot out of South Carolina. He climbed over a thunderhead that peaked at 45,000 feet, and then at 47,000 feet, and at Mach .82, he heard a loud bump and a rumble from the engine. The engine stopped, and a fire warning light. He pulled the lever to deploy auxiliary power, and it broke off in his hand. Though not wearing a pressure suit, at 6 p.m., he ejected into the negative 50 C, negative 58 F air. He suffered immediate frostbite and decompression, caused his eyes, ears, nose, mouth to bleed. His abdomen severely swelled severely. He did, however, manage to make use of the emergency oxygen supply. 5 minutes after he abandoned the plane, his parachute hadn't opened. He was in the upper regions of a thunderstorm with near zero visibility, and the parachute opened prematurely instead of at 10,000 feet due to the storm affecting barometric pressure switches causing it to... By the way, that's what those little things on the like near your head are on the seat. It's actually all the barometric pressure sensors.
Yeah.
They come off on your seat near your head. After 10 minutes, he was still aloft, carrying by updrafts and getting hit by hailstones in his parachute. Violent spitting and pounding caused him to vomit. Lightning appeared, which he described as blue blades of several feet thick, and thunder that he could feel. The rain forced him to hold his breath to keep him from drowning. One lightning bolt lit up his parachute, making him think he died at that point, and then eventually calmed and descended into a fort. His watch read 6:40 p.m., and it was 40 minutes later when this happened, so also eventually stopped.
Jesus Christ,
He
man.
suffered frostbite, welts, bruises, and severe decompression. And then he went on to, I guess, continue serving, and he died in 2009. Yeah, he served for another 5 years after that. He got out in 64, and this all happened in 59.
Yeah, man. You know, something like that happens to me, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank God that I'm alive, and you know, go to a civilian flying like a Cessna 152 or something.
Yeah, he was only probably flying for 40 years at this point. He joined the military in 1940 and got out in 64, so he put in 24 years.
Yeah, fuck all that, dude. Not worth it.
He wrote a book about it, The Man Who Rode Thunder.
There you go.
I mean, did you also hear about that story about... Oh, God, what kind of airplane was it? Let me look it up. It was a F-106 Delta Dart, the Convair. It's a Delta wing thing that we were doing at one, we built at one. It was a fighter interceptor. You know what airplane I'm talking about?
No, yeah, I know what it is.
There was a point where, oh God, what happened to this guy? Guy was flying it during, obviously, training exercise, and lost control of the aircraft, and I forget exactly what happened. Well, anyways, he departed from controlled flight and was unable to recover. He was in like a downward diving spin towards the deck. He ejected out of the aircraft and was under a good shoot when he realizes the aircraft regained control and went back to level flight.
Really?
Yeah, eventually the plane kept going along and then eventually ran out of gas and actually belly landed by itself with no pilot in it. They were able to recover the aircraft and bring it back to service.
Shut the fuck up, really?
This fucking happened. They still have the plane, still sitting in the museum. And of course, apparently,
give him a bunch of shit.
review boards, and someone, I guess, ran the math in his situation. The only way, seeing that, how accident boards happen, to see, oh, is it your fucking fault, you dumb pilot, kind of thing. Apparently, they did the math that the only way for that aircraft to recover, to move a CG backwards far enough to recover, was actually removing the pilot and all his stuff. It was enough to move the CG to recover.
Really?
So, if him ejecting was actually the best response for the aircraft to recover, he had no other option. But, yeah, this all happened up in... The aircraft is over in Dayton, Ohio, at the Air Force Museum.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, that happened in Montana.
Alright, Dab, I'm back.
I mean, there was also an aircraft. That also happened too. I mean, even later Cold War, the Soviet Union had a man, what was it, 23, a MiG-23 that the pilot ejected out of. It recovered and kept flying west. Eventually ended up in Germany until it ran out of gas and then crashed.
The Germans were pissed off.
Yeah, actually, I think these. Yeah, yeah, that's where it is. It came from Poland. It was leaving. Yeah, so it was in 1989. A pilotless MiG-23 fighter jet from the Soviet Air Force crashed into Belgium, killing one person. But the pilot had ejected over an hour earlier in Poland after experiencing technical problems. The aircraft kept on flying for another 600 miles before it ran out of gas and descended to the ground. So he ejected, blah blah. Aircraft failed. He thought failure. Apparently, whatever. They had F-15s intercepted, and then they show up and then realized they had no pilot in the aircraft.
All right, Daniel, is your jet started? You got your jet started. Your shit's aligned. You have all your loadout, everything.
I think I'm starting. They're starting.
Okay. Don't forget about the alignment going from normal to nav. That switch that I told you about. After your alignment says ready. You remember how to put your jammer on, right?
Yep.
Is it on?
No, my aircraft's not started yet.
Oh fuck, that's right. Sorry.
Jammer? Are you flying 16s?
No, isn't that what that is? That's the jammer and the HSD.
What are you talking about?
The L16 thing?
No, that's Link 16. That's data link, not jamming.
Oh, that's the data link? I thought that was a jammer. Okay,
Yeah,
my
so you
bad.
have L16 and then you have the, man, what's it called? Like EDM, MDM. It's the next data modem stuff. It's actually a better resolution version. But no, the ECM stuff's on the left-hand side, near your master arm. But the jamming stuff's on the left-hand side, and there's actually no internal jammer on the 16. You have to carry a pod for it.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad.
Which we do not have, so not yet. It's that white pod with the black nose on it. You've seen it before, you know what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing?
Screaming.
Come here, Ariel. Almost started. Come now.
Dab, did you ever see the F-16 XL?
The Delta Wing 16?
Yeah, the Delta Wing thing.
That thing's disgusting.
That thing, yeah,
Ugly
it
as
is.
fuck.
Man, no, when they fucking carried bombs on that fucking thing, that was pictures of it dropping like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 fucking like marquee. That thing
Yeah, it had a lot of stations, man, but
ugly though.
ugly as hell.
Oh,
It doesn't matter, yeah. Just hit nav, it's fine. If we were going to do something real, then yes, I would get a full alignment, but we're just gonna go practice some shit and learn some things.
Just CCIP and CCRP stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, put the same loadout that I gave you before.
Oh, Dad, you should have seen that. You popped off after I looked at the TACU files from last night, but I fucking fired that AIM-9X at that guy we were merged with that was higher than us at 170 degrees of aspect.
Really?
Yeah, and it connected.
Good.
Yeah, fucking straight up 100.
There was a missile that went right over my fucking head.
Yeah, that was for me, and it was a good track, so you're okay. He just defeated it when it got close.
Dude, I could have reached out and touched that thing. It came right over me.
Oh, you were good, dude. You had plenty of room. I saw that you were guiding the guy. I'm like, fuck it. We can't waste with this. We got 2 more planes coming. That's why I fired an AIM-9 at that guy to see if, that would connect.
Request rearming. Copy.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Rearming complete.
Ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Kutasi, Uzi, 9-2. Request takeoff.
Oh, you just went into the ground.
It's just a lag spike. Not a big deal. I start slowing down because we got a big right-hand turn coming up. We got 2 F-14s taking off the other way, so we gotta wait for them.
What'd you look at on the map?
Yeah. Alright, I'm braking. Alright, one of them's rolling.
Oh, what the fuck is that coming in?
That looks like a Mirage. F-14's up.
Where's the other one? I want to hear it.
Everyone hasn't. He hasn't taken the active. Alright, we're
Going?
yeah, let's go.
I'm ready.
Alright, throttling up. Up, I'm coming around to the left now. 10-degree pitch, and I'm putting 100% RPM. I'll go to 95 until you catch up.
I'm already here.
You are?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll go up to 100.
Ooh,
10 degrees. 10 degrees on the pitch slider.
Stand by. I gotta put in Cat 3. I didn't. There's a huge lag spike. Yes. Love you too. What? Are you leaving? Where are you going? Did you ask your mom? Come here. Call me later. All right, call me later. Bye.
Very protective.
Deb, I think
Yeah. Well,
our 100% is different.
I'm not. I was. Oh, well, my shit had fallen down apparently. I was at 95%. Sorry.
Mine's at 95 now. Why is mine at 95?
Oh, yeah, that's probably because of the altitude and the weight that we've got.
Oh.
All right, so level up. And put your autopilot up. All right, go ahead and set up your page again.
Stand by, let me get information. Yeah, 95.
Yeah. 95, 96, something like that. But it doesn't really much matter because you're gonna be doing your own thing and like dropping down and bombing and all that shit. I'm just gonna keep an eye on you.
Okay.
So,
Set.
what was the one thing that you were trying to do before you crashed last time? You were doing,
So I did a pair, Ripple 1, 350 feet.
and that's the one that you died on?
Yeah.
Okay, did you see how the bombs came off your rack though?
No.
Okay, well go ahead and pick a target, set it up, a pair, Ripple 1, 350 feet, or whatever it is, what kind of dispersion you want, and then run through it and check it out and see the effects that you get.
Target is big hanger off my 12 o'clock nose. I'm going for it. Right at the base of the tree line.
I see you. Gotta do your thing. You drop them?
Yeah. Boom! Right on
Yeah,
that
good.
building. Yes.
Good. But you see how the dispersion was, right?
Yeah.
Alright, now go ahead and set fucking pair, the same distance or whatever distance you want, and then go Ripple 2. Try to hit that same building. Or at least one of the buildings to the right, because since it's got smoke coming out of it, we can use it as a marker.
Same target. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I fucked that building up.
Yeah. Tell me when you're set and you're starting your attack round. Okay. From what altitude are you starting it at?
14.
Copy.
Shit.
What happened?
One of the clusters is gonna go far. Oh yeah, one's on it, and then one went just a little bit past it. The one, yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah. Okay. So
4 bombs.
so it,
I'm at
yeah, it was 4 bombs. You're out.
Yeah, I hit it twice on both ones.
How are you out? You should have had 12 bombs.
I did, and I hit it twice the first time and twice the second time. I had pair the first time, ripple 1, pair the second time, ripple 2. So I had 12 bombs down. 12 bombs. First time I was pair,
Yeah,
ripple
but that
1.
should have been that should have been 6 bombs then. That you let go. You should have another 6.
No. The first time I went pair, ripple 1, so it dropped 4 bombs. The second time
No,
I did
it didn't. Pair ripple 1 only drops 2 bombs.
Yes, and I hit that twice. That's 4. I hit the button twice. On the first
Oh,
time.
you did?
Yeah, the first go around. Hit the button twice. So that's 4. Then I hit the button twice again by accident, and that's why I dropped 8 bombs. But if it makes you feel any better, I understand the ripple and the pair.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna go over CCIP or CCRP next, but we can't do that because we have no more bombs.
I don't want to do it. I want to do air-to-air refueling.
Air-to-air refueling. Okay.
I'm
This guy.
CCIP. So we'll go with that CCIP for now. And air-to-air refueling, and then air-to-air, and then good to go. I'm forming back up on you now. If you just slow down for me. Sorry.
I'm gonna drop all 12 of my bombs right now.
Why does it keep blocking you up? Oh, I know why.
Bombs away. Alright, make sure you're in Cat 1 now, not Cat 3.
Why do I go to Cat 1?
Because you have no more bombs, you're light, and it'll make you much more maneuverable. Okay, where are you? You're close to me, aren't you?
Yep. There's an F-18 off our left wing, correct?
Yes, well, yeah, it's
Somewhere way
like,
out.
yeah. Alright, you want to go fucking refuel. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Hold up.
You gotta start from the beginning. How do I go find it if
First
I'm by
of all,
myself?
yeah, stand by. First of all, get out of air-to-ground mode and mass arm the safe. Or and then let me find the fucking the tanker we need. Hold on.
What's your RPM, Deb?
Like 88, 89.
Fuck me.
Alright, we gotta set up a TACAN. Alright. Now, in order to set up a TACAN, alright, so first off, you see your up front controller, the number pad in front?
Yeah.
Alright, you see the number 1, it says T-ILS?
Yeah.
So that stands for TACAN-Instrument Landing System, ILS, okay? So go ahead and press the number 1 and stop locking me up.
Sorry. Alright, pressing number 1.
Alright, your DED changed, right?
No.
That little screen to the right? Yes, it did.
Okay, it did.
It had to have. Right, you see it says up front, it says TCN REC ILS on. You see?
No, it does not say that.
Okay, man. What does it say?
INS lat laying salt TMDG.
You press the number 1?
Yes, press the number 1.
Okay, there's no way you press the number 1. At the bottom, your little your dauber switch, go ahead and hit the return button on the left side, RTN. Press RTN.
UHF, VHF.
Alright, now press the number 1 on the fucking keypad.
Now I got it. TCM red.
Okay. You see the asterisks there? The little stars?
Yeah. Whoa, hold on. Asterisks and stars. No.
Okay. The dauber switch. Hit down on it. You see the stars move down, the asterisks?
Yes, I see the asterisks on channel 1.
Okay, now hit up again and put it back to where it was.
Yeah, I see the asterisks.
Okay, this is how you change your TACAN number, okay?
Okay.
So we want 47, so go ahead and punch in 47 and then hit enter.
Okay. Dude, it is so hard keeping speed with you.
Yeah, don't worry about keeping speed with me. Just autopilot the fuck out of this thing, please. I'm trying to teach you this.
Okay.
Alright, so you're on channel 47 now. Now you see at the bottom of that it says band X, right?
Yep.
Alright, so TACANs work in either X-ray or Yankee, because right now you're in X-ray. We need to switch it to Yankee. So what you need to do is, after you put in the channel, which we just did, 47, we hit enter, channel says 47, so it took it, right? Now we need to change the band from X-ray to Yankee. So what we're going to do is press the number 0, and then hit enter, and it changes it to Yankee. You see that?
Yep.
Alright, now you see up on top it says TACAN receive.
Yep.
That means if the station is only sending you information, okay? We need to transmit to them and receive from them, and it needs to be in air-to-air mode because we're trying to find an aircraft, right?
Right.
The TACAN is different for ground stations and air stations, okay? So your dauber switch, you need to hit the sequence SEQ button, right? So hit sequence until it says transmit receive, like T-R or AA.
Back up 30 seconds to say that sequence again. Okay, I see it. Never mind. Discard. Sequence on the dabber switch. Go.
Yeah. Now, press it until you see TACAN AATR. That means air-to-air transmit receive.
Got it.
It says that?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my dabber switch my middle joystick. Yeah. TACAN air-to-air TR. A-to-A.
Yes. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Now, are you hearing Morse code coming through your headphones?
No.
Okay, you should. But alright. It's 47 Yankee, right?
47 Yankee. Channel 47 Yankee. Oh yeah, I hear it now.
Okay. Now, between your legs, your HSD, the little compass dial thing, you see that shit with the blue line?
Hold on, my game froze. Fuck!
No, the server's fucking restarting. No big deal. No big deal.
Timed out.
Yeah, the server restarted, man. So let's just go back, fucking grab an F-16. Where we at? Hoggett. Oh, it's not here. It's not up yet. We gotta wait for it to come up.
Do you play these other Hoggett ones, Georgia at War and Persian Gulf?
Yeah, I do.
So is the F-18 similar to the F-16? With its system?
No, not at all. No. I don't know, man. I find like the bombing shit and the air. Yeah, I guess it's similar. Once you have a concept of what it is you're doing, what you're looking for, it transfers over pretty nicely too. And maybe some of the symbology is a little different, so you have to get used to that. But overall, the concepts are the same.
Training's up.
I'm looking for it right now. Hoggett training server, okay. The F-18 is always going to be super simple to me because that's the one I started out on and I devoted like so much of my time to, so it's like embedded in my brain now, you know? Go ahead and pick the slot right underneath me.
I'm gonna do this ICP. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Data control switch. ICP data control switch. I'm doing that right now. Okay, so
Why are you mapping that?
because I can. It's hard using a mic. It's hard using a mouse in VR. So,
Buddy, you're gonna need to not map that because you're gonna take up everything else for your air-to-air shit and everything else that you're gonna need. All the shit that you're gonna want to fucking do.
You're missing it, dude. I have a side stick. So the Warthog, I have a Warthog handle on my right, and I have a Warthog center stick. So instead of taking out my center stick, I'm just gonna use it as an extra button stick, and I'm gonna put it ergonomically where the thing is. Are you picking up what I'm putting down or no?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I would be careful that it doesn't, because the stick is gonna. If you have two Warthog sticks, the game's not gonna recognize two Warthog sticks. It's gonna see one.
Right, but I have a FLHC stick, or FLHC or FHLC or whatever it is called. It's basically the same thing. It's just plastic. It's not the metal one, but it's basically a Warthog, and it's on my VKB. It's the handle I have on my VKB. It's actually an F-16 handle. So, okay. That's all I'm at.
F-16 cut.
This is available on 249er.5.
Don't know what that means.
It's a radio frequency, 249.5. I'm gonna switch to that, so just stand by.
How you do that?
He said 249.5.
Yeah, 249.85 or 05. One of the two. Randy.
Why?
My fucking throttle was forward.
Okay. Alright, so I'm on the horn with ATC right now, so let me know when you're starting up.
I'm already starting out. I'm ready.
You started up? You hit your alignment, everything?
Yeah.
Alright, is your data link on? RWR on? Countermeasure set?
Set.
Alright, you want to go practice air-to-air refuel then? Alright, stand by. Let me get a hold of ATC. Alright, you want to change your station to ATC, then hit the COM1 button on your UFC? Okay, on your DED, do you see the asterisk right there?
Yeah.
Alright, it says 305 in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all you're gonna do is you're gonna type in 24950 and hit enter.
Okay.
Okay, now on the Dobber switch, hit return RTM.
Okay.
You got it? Okay, now your UFC on your DD, what station does it say?
UHF, you mean?
No, UHF, sorry.
249.
349.5?
Yeah.
Alright, now get up. So that's the air traffic control. There's actually a person fucking running ATC for us right now. So all you gotta do is say Kutasi ground, Uzi 22, radio check.
Kutasi ground, Uzi 22, radio check.
Uzi 22, Kutasi ground, line clear.
Cool, right?
Yeah. Why is he just doing that? He's not flying, he's just running.
Yeah, because you have some dudes that all they want to do is ATC, so they run ATC for ground control and air control for all the airfields, and they have a GUI that they come up that they can see, like a master map with all the aircraft, and it's almost like a radar for them, and they can play like ATC. And some dudes do the same thing, but for AWACS. And some people do it for, what is the other thing they do? I guess that's it. AWACS and ATC.
What did I just call for? Kutasi what?
What? You say you got a radio check with him. You say Kutasi ground is Uzi 22.
How do I know I'm Uzi 22?
Hit F10. Click on your name.
Okay.
Now, on the bottom left of your screen, you see it says call sign, Uzi 22, and then your name. That's your call sign that's associated with the plane that you're in.
Hit on my name. Where's my name at?
What do you mean? You're at the airfield. Hit F10. Okay. Hit F1. Now hit Control plus F10. Left Control plus F10.
Okay, I did that.
Okay, now look at the airfield. Do you see your name?
No, I just see F.
What do you mean you just see F?
Now that's my name. You're Uzi 21, and I'm Uzi 22.
Yeah, you click.
Here we go.
Click on your name on the right there, and where it says call sign.
Click on your name. Click on the F with the circle or the thing. Call sign Uzi 22.
Okay, yeah. Click on your icon. Yeah.
See you over here getting mad at me.
Okay. So, yeah.
I wish there was a button I could hit without having to fucking. Okay, let's go.
Stand by.
Kutasi ground, Uzi 21, flight at 2, F-16 is request taxi to the active.
Uzi 21, Kutasi ground, roger. Taxi to the active via Echo Delta for full length Echo Charlie for intersection.
Uzi 21.
I have to fucking find out real quick. Hold on. I need the damn aerodome charts.
What do you say?
Gotta bring up the knee board. I gotta look at the chart layout for the air.
How do I put my pilot in here? My pilot doesn't
If you just hit right shift and hold up, man. God damn it. I don't know, man. Hold on.
I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Show pilot body is right shift and P. I don't know. That's what the default is.
Fuck me.
Alright, we're taxiing. Let's go.
Uzi 2 runway 16, line up and wait for the 2 shift.
Aurora _the _grade.
Uzi 2-1.
It says you're playing TWD Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, I know, man. I didn't switch in. This is DCS.
What?
I'm talking to people on my
Kutaisi traffic under 11, taxiing to runway 26. Kutaisi.
Enter 11, Kutaisi ground, roger, taxi via Echo Delta for full length. Your number 2 to the runway, flight at 2 F-16 is taking the runway for departure. Uzi 2-1, flight runway 26, wind calm, cleared for takeoff.
I think he was talking to you.
Uzi 2-1, roger. We're still en route to deactive.
Roger, you are cleared for takeoff. As soon as you hit the runway, just advise when you're rolling.
Roger, cleared for flight level what? Unrestricted climb?
Uzi 26 climbs at your discretion, just report when leveling out for the altitude. What are you looking for?
Flight level 20.
Roger, flight level 200 is approved on departure. You can ident passing 2000 when able.
Uzi 2-1.
I'm starting to like DCS more than IL2. But I think we're going the wrong way there, Dad.
Yeah, man. I fucking...
Enter 11, if you like that intersection departure, you can make a right on Charlie. Just hold short of the runway for this flight of 2 that are taking the runway for departure.
I was too busy looking at the map and talking to the goddamn air traffic controller. I'm an idiot.
Sorry, the in-game ATC cut you off. What was that again?
It's all good. If you want to make a right on Charlie, just hold short of the runway until this flight of 2 gets off. If you want that intersection departure, if you want to go full length, just go all the way down to Delta.
Yeah, I'll go for the full. I'll wait for them.
Copy up.
Dad, did you get a helicopter?
Not
And
yet,
Enter
man.
11, what direction of turnout are you looking for? Are you looking for any ATC service en route, or are you just going to practice air-to-ground stuff, air-to-air stuff?
Yeah, I'm just going to practice air to ground. I'm going to go straight out departure.
Roger.
It's so nice hearing good radio traffic after working in a professional environment and hearing shitty radio traffic. Is that bad that there's better radio traffic on this game than there is in my real life job?
Yeah. Alright, are you ready?
Clear for takeoff.
Alright, here we go. Throttling up. I'm just going 100% mill. That's it.
That's all I'm doing.
Enter 11, runway 26, line up point.
Wheels up.
let them know you were taking off.
Sorry, Tower, didn't quite catch that. You're already clearing me for 26.
I gave you a lineup of weight, but they're clear of the runway now. Runway 26, wind calm, you're cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 26, Thunder 1-1.
And frequency change approved at your discretion. If you want to come back and shoot some instruments, you can call me back on 249.5.
Will do. I need to practice my initial.
Copy. Uzi 2-1, frequency change approved at your discretion. If you'd like to remain on this frequency, that's fine. If you want to switch over to TAC, that's approved.
Uzi 2-1. Advise, passing through flight level or Angel 7 right now, departing south. Good day.
Uzi 2-1, roger your radar contact, no problem. Have a good day.
That's how I gotta talk when I'm fucking at school.
Super jealous of you, bro. Good shit in a good way.
Snarky traffic, 1F14, spreading 1-1, taxing runway 27.
Alright, man. We need to switch channels because I'm not listening to this bullshit all day.
Spartan 1-1, Sanaki Tower,
Okay,
roger.
all you gotta
And then
do
can
is
tag
look
to your
on,
discretion, report on the runway ready for
hold
takeoff.
up.
Just tell me
Hold
which
up, hold
channel
up.
you want to
Let's
switch to.
stand by. Level out and bring it down to like 95% or 95% RPM. And then hit the autopilot. Now I gotta look at the TACAN again for see if it's changed at all.
Copy. Approved this for TAC channel. If you caught it.
Yeah. Alright, so we want, what do we want? Shell. We want Shell 41. So let's go TACAN 47 Yankee. And then make sure you're in transmit, receive air to air.
Ender 1-1, use caution. The airport, you're 270 for 40 miles. We'll have an F-14 taking off same direction as you.
Sorry, I didn't copy you. Hold on 1 sec.
No problem.
Alright, Dab, I'm having a hard time finding it. Show me again. Never mind.
Okay.
Spartan 1-1, runway 27, wind calm, cleared for takeoff.
What's the comms again?
Okay. It is going to be.
Copy. Thank you, Tower.
Fuck, hold on. 47 Yankee. We're looking at 146.00. Okay, so hit com. Type in 146.00.
Yeah.
And then,
Say
okay.
again. Enter.
Sorry, I had to
Enter,
boost
yeah.
my volume for
now go to
SRS. What
return.
was that again for Ender 1-1?
Dabber left for return.
That's alright. The airport currently at your 290 for 9 DME, Sanaki. There's an F-14 taking off runway 27, roughly the same direction as you. Just use caution.
Okay, is VHF?
Exercise of caution, Ender 1-1.
1460, right?
Yes, man. 146.00. You ready? You good? Okay. Now, look underneath your throttle to the left, alright? You see the little knob that says COM 1?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take that knob and rotate it all the way to the left to where it says off, and you won't listen to their shit no more. Okay? Alright, so you don't hear anything anymore?
No, I don't hear anything anymore, but that's I don't think that's the reason why.
No, it's because you turned off the COM 1. You turned the volume all the way down.
I didn't touch that.
What do you mean? Underneath your fucking throttle, the little knob that says COM1, did you rotate it all the way to the left?
No, I didn't rotate.
Spartan 101, there's traffic off your left wing for 10 miles, same direction. Single F-16 at flight level 190, same direction.
Alright, what did you do? I'm only asking because we're gonna need it.
I rotated it down. It's off. It's low. I rotated it down. But what I'm saying is, I wanted to learn how to change the channel. So I
showed you how to. I showed you how to change
146,
the channel, didn't I?
and then it didn't change.
On the VHF radio on COM 2?
VHS.
Yeah.
VHF is 147.
Okay, no, you gotta make it 146. Because there's a difference between UHF and VHF, right?
Yeah, I know that. I'm on VHF now. My UHF is off.
Yes, that's what we want. We want UHF off so we don't have to listen to air traffic control anymore.
So now how do I switch to
VHF?
Yeah, stay right there. Ooh, that's cool.
What's cool?
I just figured out my COM1 knob.
Oh, good, yes. Alright, so what we want... You know how you bring up the list to talk to, like, ground control to load up your aircraft with munitions and all that? Alright. You need to... I don't know if you have a button bound where you can select your UHF radio or your VHF radio. Do you have that?
Yes, now hear me out before you say anything else.
Okay.
The COM1 knob that goes from 0 to or off to INC. What is that called?
Off to INC. That's your radio communications knob. So that's tied in with your COM1 button, your UHF radio, okay?
Yeah, it's your volume.
If you turn it all the way yeah, it's your volume or your off button. If you go all the way off, if you go all the way to the left, it's essentially turning it off.
Yeah, but I'm trying to map it, so I'm trying to figure out what it's called.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I don't have it mapped. I just click it with my mouse.
Okay, that's what it is. COM1 power knob. Got it.
Yeah, I guess that's, yeah, COM1 power knob, fucking off SQL or whatever. You don't want the mode knob, you want the power knob. We gotta climb a bit to get away from these mountains before we hit them. You heard me?
Yeah.
Alright, you set up?
Yeah.
Okay. So alright, so you got the VH radio set. Now I need you to open up the radio menu for your VHF radio.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll do that. Stand by on that.
Okay. If you're looking to map a button, the action, it's called transmit switch for the UHF radio or transmit switch VHF. Okay. Alright, now you gotta open up your VHF radio menu.
Okay, so I go to COM 1. Or no, COM 2 is VHF. COM 2.
No. You gotta open up the radio menu on the top right of your screen. Kind of like when you're talking to ground crew to load your plane up. It needs to say VHF radio AN ARC 222. Open up that radio menu so you can access COM 2.
I don't have that right now. Oh, I know what you're talking
Okay, that's what.
I know what you're talking about. Radio menu, that's the little hash mark above enter. Okay, got it. What do I do now?
No, buddy. That's the communications menu, okay? You need an actual so type into your search bar transmit switch UHF or sorry, transmit switch VHF, or just type in
VHF. Okay.
Okay, do you see where it says transmit switch VHF?
Yes.
Alright, you need to bound that. And then you have to do the same thing for the UHF radio.
Is it a rotary or just
It's supposed to be like in the real jet, it's a rotary switch on the throttle.
See, because I got tons of buttons on the throttle, but I'll just do it a button for now and do UHF, right?
Yeah, you need one for UHF and one for VHF, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, UHF. What am I looking for? UHF transmit, got it.
Yeah, and you need another one for VHF.
Got it.
Alright, now open up, now hit the button associated with the VHF radio, bring it up.
Okay.
Alright, now on the top right of your screen, you see it says VHF radio AN/ARC triple.
Yes.
Alright, now hit the tanker.
Tanker, which is...
And we're looking for, I forgot the call sign, stand by. It should be Shell 41. Press Shell 41,
Okay.
and then press intend to refuel.
Shell 41, Uzi 22, request rejoin.
Follow me, we're going left.
So what's the slash enter? Is that UHF?
Shell 41, proceed to pre-contact at 15,000 at 300.
No, the forward slash button is for just general talk and all that other shit, like on the ground and all that.
So it's not UHF
When you get
or
into
VHF?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's not for either or. If you need to access an actual radio, you need to do it this way. You know what I mean? So you can talk to like the AI, like the tankers, the AWACS, if there's no one controlling it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got the radio set, you called them up, you said intent to refuel, they answered you back, they told you where they were and the airspeed and shit that they were going at, okay? Now we need to find them, okay? So, in order to do that, in between your legs is a HSI. You see that little dial that's kind of spinning? Looks like a compass?
Yeah.
Alright, you see in the center, the bottom of it, it says M?
Yeah.
You want to press that. Hold up. Before you press that, look above it and slightly to the right. It says NAV for nav, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Press the M and press it again until it says TCN there.
Got it.
Alright, so now that's TACAN. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now if you look on the outer portion of that dial, the very outer portion of the dial is a little blue arrow. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the aircraft. That's where it's at. You understand?
Yeah.
We have to turn, that's why we're turning left. We have to turn until that little blue arrow is facing directly in front of us and we're flying directly at it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's coming up. It's almost there. Just gonna keep looking at it. We're gonna start rolling out.
My blue arrow hasn't moved on the outer edge.
All right, where are you? You're with me, right?
Yeah, right behind you.
Okay. The mode that you're in is TACAN, correct?
Yes. Well, it did say TCN, now it doesn't.
All right. Hit the M button on that thing until you see it says TCN and only TCN. Nothing on the left, just TCN on the right. See it?
Yeah, it's moving now.
Okay, good. If you press the M again, it goes to, if you see it says TCN and on the right, and then it says PLS or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright. That's your pilot assisted shit. So if we were running ILS, if we were doing an ILS landing or something like that, we want to put it on this. We want to put the ILS frequencies in for the airfield, and it would start giving us guidance on how to land the plane in shitty weather when we can't see.
And for those of you guys monitoring 249.5, if you haven't called up already, ATC is up on this frequency if you guys want any.
But we don't want that. We want it to say just TACAN, alright? So we press the end until it says just TACAN and nothing else on it.
Right.
Okay.
Question for you.
What?
How do I switch my radio frequency from ANARC 164 to ARC 222?
Okay, so you hit whatever buttons that you mapped for your transmit over UHF radio and transmit over VHF radio.
Yeah.
Your UHF radio is 164. Your VHF radio is 222.
Okay, stand by. I think I got you.
Alright, climb with me a little bit. We gotta climb.
Airspeed 0.92 knots.
0.92 Mach.
Mach 434 knots. Fuel burn is 7,300.
Okay. Don't change the throttle, just pull up a little bit. We're just trying to get a little altitude. So here's a funny thing.
My throttle's at 95.
Okay, that's mine too. It's a little less than 95, but it's fine. Alright, so here's the deal. TACAN, right?
Yeah.
TACAN's a funny thing because in this simulation, right? TACAN is a radio wave, right? Radio waves are blocked by mountains and shit, correct? So sometimes, let's go hit autopilot and level out again. Sometimes, when we hit TACAN, we don't get a, if we're on the right frequency, the right channel, the right mode, we're not getting anything. It's probably because the TACAN signal can't get to us because we're too low and mountains are blocking it from getting to our plane. Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, so in order to relieve that, what you have to do is climb super, super high until you can receive that signal and its line of sight. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look at your...
Hang on.
Hold on. good?
Yeah, I just shot some flares and chaps.
Okay. Okay. Well, we haven't been paying attention. Now, hold on. If you look at your HSI again, between your legs, okay, that compass looking.
Yeah.
Alright. You see on the top. Yeah, it's way off to the left. It's actually pointing behind us now. That means we passed the tanker, okay? Now it's going back the other way. But that's fine. We'll get to that in a second.
Fucking A, hold on, that arrow's not working then for me because it's still pointing almost north.
No, buddy, listen. Inside the lines, there's an arrow. That's the direction of your plane. We're looking outside the lines. You don't see a little arrow, blue arrow outside the lines?
Yes.
Pointed on the bottom right side?
It's not pointed at the bottom right for me, it's pointed top, almost top even now. Just a degree off the top right. Yeah, it's very top for me. My blue arrow is very top.
So you see two arrows then?
Yes, one inside the circled dash lines, one just on outside the dash lines.
Okay. What? Go back to your TACAN page.
Okay, so stand by. Let me see if I can find it. Now you're telling me. TACAN. So I press COM1.
No, not COM1. Not COM1.
Okay.
You have to press the number 1.
Oh yeah, number 1.
Okay, so hold up. If you hit COM1 and you press the number 1, it's gonna change shit. Yeah. So Dauber, hit your Dauber switch, RTN, hit where it says return. Hit Dauber switch return. Okay. Alright, that brings you back to your UHF VHF page, right?
So TACAN, I don't have anything in my TACAN.
You have nothing in TACAN. You press the number 1, you have nothing in TACAN. So where it says channel, you don't see 47.
14600.
No, buddy.
Okay. What?
14600 is the radio frequency to call him.
Okay.
We want the TACAN so we can find him. Because he's flying around on the world somewhere, we gotta find him, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 14600 is the radio frequency so we can just call him on the phone.
Okay.
Alright, we want to put the TACAN information in. So, hit the Dauber switch return, RTN.
Done and done. Back to the TACAN channel.
You press the number 1, you're back at the TACAN.
Yep.
Alright, type in 47 and then press enter. Now, on your scratch pad or your DED, you see it says Chan, CHAN, and then it gives you a number. Does it say 4?
It does.
Alright, now what's the band? Is it X or Y?
X.
Alright, now what we need to do is, in order to change that, you have to hit the number 0 and press enter.
0. Enter. Done.
Now it's Y for Yankee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look down at your HSI. Did that small little arrow on the outside change?
Yes. It's actually pointing towards ICN now. It's behind us.
ICN or TCN?
TCN. Yeah, it's a T.
Yeah, TCN is TACAN. Yeah, alright. So we're going to turn toward it now, okay?
Okay.
And what we want is that small arrow to be 12 o'clock. See how it's rotating now?
Yeah.
That means we're turning toward it. So we want it at the 12.
Okay.
So we'll just continue this right turn until we can line it up. Now, what I was getting at is we should be able to see how many miles we are away from this damn thing. Now, if you look at your HSI in the center between your legs, okay? On the top left of it, it's got a number. It's got some numbers there with a red line through it, right? And underneath that red line, it says NM for nautical miles, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's supposed to tell us how far away it is, so we know. So we know which direction to fly in, and we know how close we're getting to it.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah.
For some fucking reason, it's not reading anything. It's not giving us a distance, and I don't know why. So what we need to do is just fly. We got to get that thing. We got to get that little arrow pointed 12 o'clock so we can fly directly to it, and then we got to keep an eye out for this fucking thing and try to find it. Now, when we called him up, he said he was flying at 15,000 feet. We're currently at 19,400 feet, so he's gonna be slightly below us. So we know we're looking at the horizon line and slightly below it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So he's at our 1 o'clock now, still coming around. So I see him. Do you see him now?
No.
He's at our 1, coming around to our 12.
Couple Eddie 221 requesting takeoff on 20. Sorry about that.
Too far for you to see under VR.
Couple Eddie 21 asking for takeoff on runway 25.
Kubladi Tower, last calling. Roger, runway 25, line up and wait. Seeing any call sign?
Okay, so we're rolling out.
Roger.
Almost.
And verify that Samsonite calling in A10.
Yep, it's that guy slightly lower than us, directly in front of us. You know what?
See him?
You see him?
was not Samsonite.
Alright, so that's how we find tankers. Does that whole
last
process make sense now?
Kubladi Tower, can you say your call sign real quick?
Alright, so we always need to put in the TACAN.
Call sign,
We need to know what his TACAN is, what his band is, either X-ray or Yankee.
Test 21, copy.
Right?
Yeah, runway 25.
We have to put our TACAN into air-to-air transmit receive.
Copy.
Now that only works for air-to-air targets. If we wanted to use TACAN to find an airfield, all it would be is the same thing, the channel, the frequency, and then it would just be transmit receive. That's all.
Yeah.
And then we got to change our HSI, HSI between our legs to TACAN, TCN.
So he's flying directly underneath us, right? It's not that target out there to our 11 far.
Yeah, he's somewhere underneath us. I lost eyes on him.
I see him. What do we do with him now? He just flew under us.
Okay, well, we need to slow down. Oh, there it goes. Slow down. We need to go line up next to him.
There's 2 of them.
And yeah, I know. There's 2 of them. We want this one now. This is the one we called. Each plane is going to be different. Chop your throttle a little bit. He's flying at 300 miles an hour, so just be prepared for that. Don't come up on him too fast.
I caught that.
Shell 4-1, Uzi 2-1, request rejoin. Uzi 2-1, Shell 4-1, proceed to pre-contact at 15,000 at 300.
So his airspeed's 300, right?
Yeah.
Come over here. Come line up with me on the left side.
I slowed down to like 315.
That's okay. We're still catching him. We're still going faster than he is, but we don't want to overshoot him. So just take our time catching up to him.
325.
All right, you might be going too fast. I'm doing like 318, and I'm catching him pretty good.
Test 2-1, I didn't when
So here's how air-to-air refueling works, okay? You call them up, you find them, and then you have to link up with them in formation, you understand? So the way it works for the Navy and for the Air Force is you line up on the left side of the tanker, okay? You get eye contact, the tanker sees you, you get in a formation left off the tanker, okay? And then the first person to refuel will slow down a bit, dip down underneath the tanker, and he stays pretty fucking close, and I'll show you how it's done. And then you tell the tanker, ready pre-contact, and he'll say some, I don't know, I forgot what he says. He says something to you, and then you go ahead and move in, and you start, getting yourself in position to refuel.
Question.
Kramer 05, verify you called flight of 2810s or UB air to ground.
What's the button called that releases the boom?
It's not a boom, man. So on the F-16, the tanker has a fucking boom. You have a hole in the back behind your head, your cockpit.
So we don't
That the
release
tanker,
anything.
the boom's got to. You have to open up a door. So you'll have to map a button. Hold on, let me tell you what that button.
Okay.
All right, so it's air refuel switch open close.
Okay.
You need to map that air refuel switch open closed. All right, you see how we're getting closer to him, and now he turned his lights on.
Yeah.
All right, so that means the system's running. Like everything's getting good. We're doing what we're supposed to do. So the refueling guy inside, the one that's controlling the boom, he sees us. The pilots are like, Roger that. These are the guys we're supposed to refuel, so they put their lights on now. All right. You have that button mapped yet?
Yeah.
Alright, so you line up, you gotta line up left of me.
Why is it so hard for me to line up and like gauge speed?
Okay, so listen, check it. And the fucking F-16 is very twitchy, man. It, like, you just touch the throttle and she increases. So you have to constantly give it a little bit, take it out. Give it a little bit, take it out. This is gonna be very important when you get underneath this fucking tanker. You have to constantly work that throttle. Give it a little bit, increase speed by a knot or two, take it out. Push it up, take it out. And by push it up, I mean like a fucking millimeter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's turning, so we're gonna turn with her. And just know she's doing 300 knots. So we got to stay around 300 knots. You know what I'm saying?
It's best to refuel in Cat 3, isn't it?
No, it doesn't matter because when you open up your refueling doors, the F-16 automatically limits control, how much control you can put into the jet, right? So it makes it easier to make finer adjustments. It's not as twitchy and responsive. It's just a feature that the S-16 has. So you don't need to be in Cat 1 or Cat 3. It doesn't fucking matter.
Almost here, I'm sorry. Sorry it's taking so
Take
long.
your time.
It's just the depth of everything is new to me and the speed in which you catch up is new. That's why I overshoot the shit out of you all the time.
Well, just remember, it's best to creep up slow. That's what I did. It took me like 5 minutes to catch up to this thing. But I caught up to it.
10 minutes now. You've been on. I can't see that fucking boom behind me because I'm in VR.
Nah, I can't see it either, man. It's gonna go over my cockpit behind me. There are lineup lights underneath the tanker that you have to look for, right? And it's gonna tell you when you're in position. The left side of the tanker, you'll see the lights. It will tell you, the left side lights tell you how high or low you need to be, right? You want those lights to be center, and you'll see it's going to either be an arrow pointing up or an arrow pointing forward and an arrow pointing back. An arrow pointing forward means you need to go up. An arrow pointing back means you need to go down. You're too high. All right. When the arrows become a straight line, then you're in the perfect position. All right, and that's height. Now, As far as like power is concerned, oh shit, I almost crashed into this damn thing.
So do I put my autopilot on?
No. You gotta fly this thing, man. You gotta fly it with fingertips. It's not gonna be easy. But don't get discouraged, dude. It takes time and practice. This is your first time doing this, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Off your left.
You're on my left side? Alright. So, now check it. Like I said, the left lights on the left side are gonna tell you how high or low you are, right? And it'll let you know when you're in a perfect position. The right lights are gonna tell you how fast or slow you need to fucking go. And, alright? You'll see it when you get down underneath the plane. And all you're gonna do is follow that shit, pick a reference point, and try to stay in formation with the refueling tanker underneath it. Okay? And then the boom operator is going to maneuver that boom into the port behind your head. And you never look back at the port. Don't worry about what that is. Look at the lights, look at the fucking tanker, and just fly in formation with them. Make sense?
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna have to have you tell me that again.
Alright, so I just opened my refueling door, and on the right side of my HUD, right?
Yes.
Where you see it says ready?
Yes.
That means I'm ready to refuel. And then now the system is making it my plane less twitchy. It's like being in Cat 3, or you know, better than Cat 3. Okay.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact?
Alright, so I hit ready pre-contact. He says clear contact, and now I see the lights. You can't see them, but I see the lights underneath the nose of the refuel tanker.
When I get ready to do it, you can watch my stream.
How I can't. I'm flying.
Oh, never mind. That's stupid.
Now, if he's in a turn like he is, it's going to be even harder to stay in formation with him, right? I have a hard time refueling as it is, and it's extremely hard to do it in a level turn like this. So sometimes it's better to just wait for him to level out and then go at it. Yeah, I gotta wait for him to fucking level out.
Can I try?
I mean, can you give me a second? I need to get some fuel. And just remember, keep an eye on your airspeed, keep an eye on the reference points. I need him to fucking level out already. Hurry up.
I need to get a better cushion for my ass.
There he goes. Alright, he's leveling out. Cool.
Contact. You're taking fuel. Return pre-contact.
Fuck. So when he says return pre-contact, that means you lost.
There's an F-18 with us in formation.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Oh, the F-18's refueling over there.
Return pre-contact.
Alright, I got enough fuel, so you get the point, right?
Yeah. So what do I do?
Abort rejoin.
Alright, and then when you're done refueling, the fucking, the lineup position is on the opposite wing, okay?
Yeah. So do I...
Alright,
I click
so now you have to...
VHF, right?
VHF, and then you have to get underneath him and get into position. And then when you're in position, go ahead and hit ready pre-contact.
I put my boom down before I ready pre-contact, right?
It's not your boom. Open up your door.
Before pre-contact, I open up the door, right?
Yeah, open it up right now. Yeah.
Can you see if mine's open?
Yeah, it's open. You'll know it's open because you'll get that blue light on the right side of your HUD. You see it?
I see it.
Yeah. And then that's how you'll know it's open. And at night, a little white light will shine right there, so the boom operator in the tanker can see the hole that he's got to stick the fucking pipe in. Nice and easy, nice and slow, easy throttle inputs. All you gotta do is speed up 1 or 2 knots. Every now and then, just speed up a little. Don't get discouraged. You're doing fine. Okay, give it a little throttle. Speed up. Remember, the tanker's doing 300, okay? So if you're below 300, you're gonna fall back behind him. You gotta be at like 302, 303, something like that, to slowly catch up.
I'm at 305.
Okay, you're gonna catch up to him. You're catching up. Just make sure that boom is beneath your canopy, okay? Or not beneath, but like your canopy is beneath that boom. You're doing perfect.
And I'm ready pre-contact.
All right, good. Hit the button.
Ready pre-contact. Cleared contact.
All right, you see the lights underneath the tanker?
Yeah.
All right, this left set of lights telling you how high or low you need to be. The right set of lights are telling you how fast or slow you need to go. You're doing perfect, buddy. You're doing perfect. got it, buddy. You got it. I'm gonna shut up here and let you concentrate now. Too much. Oh. He's turning. Oh, okay. Are you going down? Yeah, the tanker's going down too now. Fuck. It's alright, it shit happens. Just respawn and I'll meet you at the airfield. Hey, you did good for your first time, dude. You know how long it took me to get this fucking refueling air to air?
No, I got fucking impatient and I jerked the stick.
Yeah, it's okay. Small, sensitive stick. What I had to do is like I have to take my palm off of this. I have to grab it with just my fingertips. Hey, it's like flying. It's like flying. It's like the cyclic on a helicopter. You know what I mean? Fingertips, fingertips, fingertips.
Yeah, but see, I'm doing side stick and I already have like minimal. I already put my inputs at like super minimal, so it's like a snack.
It's okay. Don't get discouraged, dude. Most people can't even fucking get information with the damn thing. You were doing all that, so you're on your way. Well on your way. I don't care. You gotta get off in 50. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm headed back to the runway right now, at the airfield right now. Were you?